Okay, so here's the thing. Nobody in the cleaning industry wants you thinking about. There is a single white crystal sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now that costs about $1 a bag, and it can do more for your drains than half the bottles under your sink combined. Have you ever wondered why every single drain cleaner commercial shows someone pouring blue or green liquid down a pipe, but never once mentions the one thing plumbers actually keep in their own homes? Why is that? If a dollar bag of salt could keep your drains smelling fresh and flowing for weeks, who exactly benefits from you not knowing that? So here's what's going on. Every year people spend hundreds of dollars on drain cleaners, garbage disposal pods, and professional strength odor tablets, when there's a combination sitting in most pantries that does the same job, sometimes better, for pennies. By the end of this video, you're going to know something like 99% of people walking into a grocery store right now don't know, and honestly, once you see it, you'll wonder why you never thought of it yourself. We've got 12 hacks today, all using stuff you probably already own, and I promise you the last one, the one this whole video is built around, is going to make you want to run to your kitchen the second this video ends. Let's get into it. Number 1, the classic salt and hot water drain refresher. Here's how it works. Take about half a cup of plain table salt or coarse salt, pour it directly down your sink or shower drain, then follow it with a kettle of water that's just been boiled. Not boiling on the stove while you pour, but hot enough to steam. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, then run the hot tap for another minute or two. The reason this works is simple chemistry. Salt is abrasive enough to help scrape loose grease and gunk clinging to the inside of the pipe, and hot water melts and loosens fats and oils that have hardened along the walls, basically helping flush them along before they build up into a clog. My grandmother used to do this every single Sunday night before bed, like clockwork, and she always said, "A clean drain is a quiet drain." I thought she was just being old-fashioned. Turns out she was decades ahead of the curve. But stick around, because point 7 takes this same idea and turns it into something almost nobody talks about. Number 2, salt as a grease fire safety tool. If you're ever cooking and a small grease fire flares up in a pan, never on an open flame stove burner that's spreading, but a small contained pan fire, keeping a box of salt within arm's reach and pouring a generous amount directly onto the flame can help smother it by cutting off oxygen. This is actually a technique that's been taught in basic kitchen safety courses for ages, because salt doesn't react with grease the way water does, which can cause dangerous splattering. Firefighters have quietly recommended keeping a box of salt near the stove for exactly this reason. It's not a replacement for a fire extinguisher, and for anything bigger than a small pan flare-up, you call for help immediately. But as a first-line tool for a small kitchen flare-up, it's one of those things that used to be common knowledge in Grandma's kitchen and somehow just faded out. Number 3, salt for cast iron pan cleaning. If you've got a cast iron skillet, you already know you're not supposed to scrub it with soap because it strips the seasoning. Instead, while the pan is still slightly warm, sprinkle a generous layer of coarse salt over the surface and use a folded paper towel or a soft cloth to scrub in circular motions. The salt acts like a gentle, natural scouring pad, lifting off stuck-on food without damaging that seasoned coating. Wipe it out, rinse with hot water only, dry it completely, and you're done. Cooks have been doing this for centuries, long before non-stick pans existed, because it was simply the only option that worked without ruining the pan. It's one of those lost art tricks that's quietly making a comeback. Number 4, salt for red wine and fresh stains on carpet or fabric. The second, and I mean the second, a spill happens. Blot up as much liquid as you can with a clean cloth, then pour table salt directly over the wet stain until it's completely covered. The salt will start to turn pink or whatever color the stain is as it absorbs the liquid. Let it dry completely, sometimes a few hours, then vacuum it up. The salt essentially acts like a sponge on a microscopic level, drawing the liquid up and out of the fibers before it has a chance to set permanently. This is one of those tricks that used to get passed around at dinner parties because, honestly, who hasn't knocked over a glass of wine on someone's carpet at least once? Number 5, salt to clean lipstick or grease marks off glassware. If you've got wine glasses or mugs with stubborn lipstick rings or oily fingerprints that just won't come off in the dishwasher, make a paste using a tablespoon of salt and a few drops of water or lemon juice. Rub it gently around the rim with your fingers or a soft cloth, then rinse. The mild abrasiveness of the salt combined with the acidity of lemon breaks down the waxy residue without scratching glass the way some harsher scouring powders can. Number 6, salt and lemon for cutting boards. Sprinkle coarse salt generously across your wooden cutting board, then cut a lemon in half and use it like a scrub brush, squeezing slightly as you go, pressing the salt into the surface. This lifts out stains, helps neutralize odors from garlic or onion, and the citric acid combined with the salt has a mild disinfecting effect on the surface. Rinse and let it air dry. Honestly, this is the kind of trick that restaurant kitchens have used forever because wooden boards take a beating and bleach isn't always practical on wood. Now look, if any of these are already saving you money or making your life easier, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now because we're only halfway through and what's coming up, especially that final tip, is the kind of thing that once you see it, you're going to want to tell everyone you know. So let's keep going. Number 7. This is where we go back to that drain trick from number 1, but we level it up. Instead of just salt and hot water, mix together half a cup of baking soda with half a cup of salt, pour that combination down the drain dry, then follow it with a cup of plain white vinegar. You'll hear it start to fizz and bubble almost immediately. Let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, then flush with hot water. The fizzing reaction between the baking soda and vinegar helps physically agitate and loosen buildup along the pipe walls, while the salt adds that extra gritty scrubbing action as everything gets flushed through. There's a reason this combination shows up in old household manuals from decades ago, long before chemical drain cleaners were sold in stores. People simply used what was in the pantry because that's all there was. Number 8, salt for cleaning your oven or stovetop spills. If something boils over in the oven and starts smoking or burning, sprinkle salt directly over the spill while it's still warm. Not hot enough to burn yourself, but warm. The salt will help absorb some of the liquid and make the burnt residue easier to scrape off once it cools, instead of it baking on into a rock-hard mess. It's a simple trick, but it saves you from scrubbing for 20 minutes the next morning. Number 9, salt as a natural ant deterrent. If you're noticing little trails of ants coming in along a windowsill, doorway, or baseboard crack, a line of salt poured along that entry point can disrupt their scent trail and discourage them from crossing. It's not a permanent pest control solution by any means, but as a quick, non-toxic, kid and pet area-friendly first response while you figure out the actual entry point, it's surprisingly effective for a lot of people. Number 10, salt for deodorizing shoes and gym bags. Fill a couple of old socks or small breathable fabric pouches with plain salt, tie them off, and tuck them into smelly shoes overnight. Salt naturally draws out moisture, and since odor-causing bacteria thrive in damp environments, reducing the moisture helps reduce the smell at the source rather than just masking it with a spray. Number 11, salt for coffee and tea stains in mugs. If you've got that brown ring that builds up in your favorite mug, no matter how many times you wash it, wet the inside, sprinkle in a tablespoon of salt, and scrub with a damp sponge, or even just your fingers in circular motions. The mild abrasion lifts the tannin stains without needing harsh bleach-based cleaners, which is especially nice if you reuse that mug daily. And now, number 12, the one this entire video is named after. This is the maintenance trick that, once you start doing it, you'll wonder why every cleaning company sells you monthly subscription drain pods, instead of just telling you this. Once a week, take half a cup of salt, pour it straight down each drain in your home. Kitchen sink, bathroom sinks, shower, tub. Dry, no water yet. Let it sit for about 15 minutes so it has time to settle into the grime along the pipe walls. Then run hot tap water for 30 seconds, to a minute per drain. That's it. The reason this weekly habit is so powerful is that it's preventative rather than reactive. Most people only think about their drains once there's already a smell or a slow clog, and by then you're dealing with buildup that's had weeks or months to harden. By doing this small thing weekly, you're constantly breaking down grease and residue before it ever has the chance to accumulate into something that smells or clogs. There's a reason older homes with families who did this kind of routine maintenance for decades often had fewer plumbing odor issues than newer homes where people only react after the smell shows up. It's not magic, it's just consistency. And consistency is exactly the kind of boring, unglamorous advice that doesn't sell expensive products, which might be exactly why you've never heard it before. So there you have it. 12 ways a dollar bag of salt can do what entire aisles of cleaning products promise to do, and most of them have been sitting in kitchens for generations, quietly passed down and just as quietly forgotten. If this video saved you a trip to the store, or even just made you go, wait, that actually makes sense, do me a favor. Hit subscribe, drop a comment letting me know which one of these you're trying first, and if you want more of these old school household tricks that somehow never make it into modern cleaning ads, go ahead and check out the next video right here. Trust me, it's another one they really don't want getting around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.